and really has put Atlantic City back on the big-time New Jersey State high school basketball map and then some. And he is really pumped up, really ready to go. He knows this is a tough gym to play in because of the size. He says he feels his kids are playing very, very well. That an impressive game that they lost over the Christmas break to St. Anthony of Jersey City, one of the top 5 programs in the country year in and year out. So he's happy where his kids are. I mean, they got that he has that transfer from down south, Luis Colon, who is just shooting the ball incredibly well, and that gives him a legitimate 3-point weapon, something Atlantic City does not normally have to go with all the size and the athleticism.
And then from the other side, this is a Wildwood Catholic team that the jury is very much still out on. A lot of people peg them as one of the top 6 or 7 teams in South Jersey, but and with all due respect to the kids from Cape May Tech, that's a rather puzzling loss they had to the Hawks before the holiday break, and then they were only in a 4-point game in the fourth quarter against Wildwood. Lost the game at the Boardwalk Classic. They are 4-2. They are still the prohibitive favorite in the Cape United division, but Wildwood Catholic certainly in need of a signature victory, and they could definitely get one here tonight, buddy.
Well, and you talk about signatures, and what has been a signature part of their game over the last 4 or 5 years, Brian, has been the ability to shoot the 3-point ball. Now, Wildwood Catholic this year, they are struggling mightily. Their last 4 games, talking to Coach DeWeese, they have shot 12% from beyond the arc. They're shooting just 21% on the season from beyond the arc. And this is a team that is accustomed to making double-digit. I'm talking 10-plus threes a game. That's the normal Wildwood Catholic signature. They're going to get the ball down the floor quickly, but they're going to kill you beyond the arc. And this year, they have struggled mightily.
All right, we're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with the start of this one. Atlantic City at Wildwood Catholic right here on 98.7 The Coast.
If you want that little nugget there, Wildwood Catholic is shooting 21% on the season from beyond the 3-point line. The last 4 games, they're 12%. That's a team. Well, come on. This is a team the last 4 or 5 years makes 10 a game. That's not an exaggeration, right?
Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot here live on 98.7 The Coast. Atlantic City and Wildwood Catholic coming up momentarily. And both teams coming in here at 4-2. They are about to play the national anthem. So we will throw it back to the station for a couple of more messages from our gracious sponsors. And we'll be back with the starting lineups in the opening tip. Right here from Sister Mary Ellen Ford Gymnasium at Wildwood Catholic High School. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Hey, give us 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Holy Spirit, amen. Holy Spirit, come, lighten our hearts, remain with us. Give us light and strength to know your will, to make it our own, and to live in our lives, amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Now, everyone, please remain standing, and gentlemen, move your caps for the singing of our national anthem by Wildwood Catholic Senior, Fred Spiewak.
Oh, baby.
Oh, say,
Oh, baby.
you see what the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed,
that deserves a mention in your mention.
All right, we're good to come back.
The Vikings of Atlantic City High School. Number 1, Nasir Morgan.
Starting lineups being introduced. Atlantic City wearing the away blues, coached by Gene Allen. They'll start Flash Morgan and Ray Bethea. They are both juniors, along with Nazim Moorderi. He's also a junior. Two seniors, Wanye Cologne, who's the transfer from the Atlanta area, as Buddy had alluded to in the open, and Zion Montague also starting for Gene Allen's Vikings.
And Brian, you know,
For Wildwood Catholic, they'll wear the home whites, trimmed in black and blue. They are coached by Dave DeWeese. Taj Thweet, the freshman, will get the start down low in the post, along with the Fields brothers, Caleb and Charles, at guard positions. They are juniors. Trey Smith, a senior, kind of a forward, I guess, for this lineup anyway. And Ryan Legler, a senior, will start in the backcourt for the Crusaders. Three-man officiating crew for this one. It is Bill Chili Warren, Ron Bakunowitz, and Ed Big Game Gorski. If there's a big game in the Cape Atlantic League, buddy, you know Ed Gorski either is on it or tried to get on it.
absolutely, absolutely. And I tell you what, the good thing is too, Brian, as they do in the Cape Atlantic League and in games within each county, they bring a good three-man crew out. And tonight's game is definitely a game that warrants that. And not only for the simple fact that both of these teams are very good, very athletic, and get up and down the floor, but they each have very entertaining coaches who do a lot of.
The coach's box will be nothing more than a rumor in this game. It'll be Flash Morgan jumping it up for AC against Taj Thweet. If you're watching Matt Ulmer's video, Wildwood Catholic in white, moving from left to right across your computer or television screen or iPhone or whatever kind of device you may be watching this game on. Matt Ulmer probably knows every device that it's being watched on. The tip is won by Wildwood Catholic, and Charles Fields goes right to the basket and lays it in. And 4 seconds into the game, Wildwood Catholic has a 2-0 lead. Crusaders come out in zone. They've been working hard on a matchup zone. Here's a three-point shot on the way that rattles in and out by Moorderi, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Wildwood Catholic. AC will have it along the end line. It's kicked out to Bethea, straight on three, got it.
Wide open off that inbounds play, top of the key, Raymond Bethea, and he hits nothing but the bottom of the net. And Brian, that's something that Wildwood Catholic's not going to want, is to allow Atlantic City to have second and third opportunities.
Well, here's what they can't do either, is wilt under the pressure that AC can bring defensively, and Wildwood Catholic turns it over on a bad pass. So AC leading 3-2, 7:20 to go first quarter. In the post, shot up, no, but there is a foul, and Flash Morgan will go to the line for two shots.
And they're going to get the freshman, the 6'5 freshman, Taj Thweet, on that. It's going to be his first, team's first, and that was just a case right there, Brian. Thweet came over to try and get where he needed to be, but he was late, and therefore he fouls Morgan.
First foul shot is no good.
Morgan goes, as Brian said, to the free throw line for two. Misses the first one off the back iron.
Second one is good. AC will show some token man-to-man pressure in the backcourt. Caleb Fields will bring it up for the Crusaders. Goes to Thweet on the left side. Further on the wing to Smith. Smith gets a return pass, fires a three. Got it. AC pushing quickly. Cologne to the basket. Layup is good. And just like that, Atlantic City answers that three-point shot. with a real quick secondary break.
Well, the Crusaders cannot celebrate when they score, and obviously that wasn't what happened there, but that's how quickly Atlantic City is going to push the ball down the floor.
Legler dribble handoff to Charles Fields. Atlantic City in straight man-to-man. Wow, wild shot by Fields is an air ball from the top of the lane. Here's Bethea for AC. And we have a foul called and an offensive foul.
And a good job that time by Caleb Fields, Brian, as he was there, set, and draws that offensive foul on Bethea. His first, team's first.
6-5 Atlantic City, 6.5 to go first quarter. Charles Fields left side, hands off to Trey Smith. Right side Caleb Fields, back to Legler between the circles. Left wing feed to Trey Smith, puts it on the floor. Backdoor look Charles Fields, but he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds when he caught the basketball, so that's a turnover.
And again, right there, that's an unforced turnover. Wildwood Catholic's second turnover of the basketball game, and that type of turnover can't happen when you're the home team. When you're on this court, a lot of our listeners have not been here. It's a small gym, a small court. The home team, you would expect the visitors to do something like that, not your home team.
Here's Cologne, a deep three, no good. Rebound's going to go off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds. Small court. CYO gyms in Northeast Philly are twice the size of this gym. That's how small it is. AC to inbound. Bethea in the top of the lane, no good. Rebound Charles Fields for Catholic. Puts the ball on the floor and gets it across the timeline, goes to Legler. Legler top of the key, dribbles left side. Goes in the corner to Trey Smith. Ball knocked away, and it's picked up by Montague.
Another Wildwood Catholic turnover. That's their third.
Here's Cologne for three in the corner. Got it. And Wildwood Catholic wants an early timeout. 9-5 AC, 5.5 to go first quarter. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. All right, Brian Camp alongside Buddy Tarbot. 9-5 Atlantic City lead. Wildwood Catholic with the ball out of the 30-second timeout by the Crusaders. And Charles Fields will trot it up across the division line. Goes to Legler. Legler takes it left wing. Hands off to Caleb Fields. Bounces over to his brother. Lob pass back to Caleb in the corner for three. Bang!
And good ball movement that time by Wildwood Catholic, as Charles finds Caleb, who is wide open left side, and pulls the Crusaders within one. 9-8, 5 minutes to go first quarter.
Bethea in the corner for three. That's no good. Charles Fields the rebound for the Crusaders. Goes to Trey Smith. Swung left side. Fields again for three. That one's in and out. Offensive rebound, Trey Smith. Goes up. No good. Ball did everything but fall. And the rebound goes off of Atlantic City and out of bounds. 9-8 Vikings. Wildwood Catholic with the basketball with an opportunity to retake the lead. 4:43 to go first quarter.
And that's one thing, obviously, the Crusaders need Trey Smith to find that three-point range. Coming into this game tonight, Wildwood Catholic shooting just 21% from beyond the arc. And again, as I said in the pregame, that has been their staple, the ability to shoot the three ball. This year, it has eluded them.
Trey Smith for three, off the iron, no good. Rebound, Battleford, the freshman three, lays it up and in. And he went high among the trees and outworked Bethea to get that offensive rebound and put back. And Wildwood Catholic, they may not figure to get a lot of those tonight. Here's Cologne for three, got it, and a foul.
And that is, again, Cologne left alone, and Trey Smith was late getting out there, and he buries that three ball. Smith guilty of hitting him on the shooting elbow, but with his follow through and his strength, he's still able to knock it down.
And his free throw is good, and he already has 9 points. Thweet got it up to Trey Smith on the wing against the pressure. Cross-court pass to Charles Fields. Over to Legler, Catholic resets.
13-10.
Legler driving to the basket, off the glass, and good.
Strong move.
Bethea down the lane, layup, no good. Rebound battled for, we're gonna have a foul on Thweet. That's gonna be his second foul on the rebound. And Matt Capozzoli, the junior, is going to check in for him.
3:50 to play, first quarter, 13-12. It's the Vikings on top of the Crusaders here in the first quarter.
Oh, the lob pass, but the shot is missed in the post by Morgan. That was a great inbound play. Down the other end, Smith for three, and it's good. Catholic back on top, 15-13. Well, I don't know if you could design a better inbound play, but you have to make the shot. And Atlantic City misses, and Wildwood Catholic buries a three. Cologne another three, off the rim, no good. Charles Fields the rebound, he wants to run. Fields tried to lay it off to Capozzoli, and it is stolen away by Nazim Mouraderi, and then Wildwood Catholic ends up tipping it out of bounds. Markel Matthews, a junior, comes into the game for Wildwood Catholic.
And that was not a good decision by Charles Fields. Coach Dave DeWeese quickly gets him out as Matthews subs in just to get a breath, to gather himself.
Bethea, top of the key, over to Mouraderi. He'll fire a deep three, that's short. Good box out by Caleb Fields. He has the rebound for Wildwood Catholic. They lead by 2. Trey Smith for three again, off the iron, no good. Rebound will go off of AC and out of bounds. 2:58 to go first quarter. Wildwood Catholic ahead 15-13.
Each team has knocked down 3 3-point shots here in the first quarter.
Matthews, left elbow jumper, was left wide open on the inbound, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, Markel Matthews, a 6'1 junior, says, hey, you're going to leave me wide open. You better show me some respect. I can knock this one down.
Buddy, if he's 6'1", you're 6'5". Here's Cologne for three. Got it. That is Wanye Cologne's third three. He has 12 points in this first quarter. He's got 12 of AC's 16. Now we have a foul on Cologne.
And that will be Cologne's first, the second team foul.
David Akins checks in for AC.
Second team foul against Atlantic City. 17-16, 2:25 to play first quarter. Wildwood Catholic on top.
Caleb Fields with the basketball. Stops, drives in the paint. A lot of contact, no whistle. Got his own miss. Missed that as well. And Wildwood Catholic eventually knocks the ball out of bounds.
That first shot Fields took was a bit of a wild shot, but his second, when he got his own miss and his putback, looked like he drew a little bit of contact.
I think he threw contact on the first shot, but I think the officials let it go because they passed on what could have been an offensive foul. Here's another three ball on the way. That is short by Morgan. Rebound out of bounds off of Atlantic City. Here's Caleb Fields for Wildwood Catholic. Goes to Matthews between the circles. Left side Legler. A deep three. Bang! Oh, that was deep.
That was deep. He shot that from Atlantic City coach Gene Allen's lap.
Yeah, Gene might have been the closest defender.
He was.
Here's Cologne in the paint. Try to pass. Or that was Bethea, excuse me. It was tipped away. Here comes Wildwood Catholic leading by 4. Legler.
He thought about teeing one up.
Caleb Fields. Legler again now. Trey Smith right side. Head and shoulders fake. Foul line area. Drives and he is fouled. and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Wildwood Catholic that time with a nice half-court set. Smith had the ball on the right side, top of the key, and Wildwood Catholic, the way they ran their motion offense there, everyone kind of cleared out. Smith was able to put the ball in his left hand, drive hard down that left lane, and draw that foul on Nasir Morgan. His first, team's third. Smith will go to the line and shoot 2.
First free throw is good. Wildwood Catholic has 6 different players with a field goal already. Atlantic City only has 2 players that have scored, but Wanye Cologne has 12 of their 16. Smith was 1 of 2. Markel Matthews, though, gets the offensive rebound for the Crusaders. Wildwood Catholic by 5, 21-16. Legler holds the dribble, takes it left wing, stops, is left open, fires a 3 off the back iron. Here's Bethea running. Bethea lobs, and the layup is good by Morgan. 21-18, Wildwood Catholic on top. 50 seconds to go first quarter.
Atlantic City wastes no time pushing the ball down the floor.
Legler to Caleb Fields. Better pass, and Caleb may have been able to get into the lane for a shot, but the pass was thrown behind him, and he had to go back and retrieve it.
And it was all he'd do, as you just said, to be able to catch that and not have it turn into a turnover.
Legler holding. Ball on the floor, passes over to Matthews. Matthews tried a handoff, stolen away by Bethea, and he misses the dunk. Got his own rebound, goes up and is fouled. And Bethea will go to the line for 2 shots.
And the Wildwood Catholic faithful not happy with Bethea after he missed the dunk, then got his offensive rebound and was fouled. He slammed the ball to the floor.
Well, let's face it, buddy. We're in a big game here. He slammed the ball out of frustration that he missed the dunk.
Absolutely.
Not out of disrespect to the game officials or anything else. And I think the officials did well to pass on that.
Absolutely.
Bethea missed the first. Second one is good. He has 4 points. Now it's 21-19. Legler to inbound. 10 seconds to go in the period. Having some trouble. Got it to Capizoli. Gets a return pass. Flips it across to no one in particular. And it's out of bounds.
And that was a rather interesting inbounds Wildwood Catholic did not execute.
AC now with 4 seconds left. Can tie or take the lead here in the end of the quarter. The backdoor lob goes off the backboard. Here is Fields down the other end, and it's short as the buzzer sounds. End of one. Highly entertaining first quarter. It's Wildwood Catholic 21, Atlantic City 19. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Just a 30. Thank you. It's 21-19. Wildwood Catholic on top of Atlantic City after one quarter. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by the Borough of Avalon. Cooler by a mile. For a list of exciting events and sports camps in 2017, log on to visitavalonnj.com. The original Fudge Kitchen with locations in Cape May, Wildwood, Stone Harbor, and Ocean City. Shop their variety of fudge, candy, chocolates, and saltwater taffy. Also check out their large assortment of sugar-free selections. And Happy New Year from the Bow Harbor Hotels. It's never too early to plan your summer vacation at the Bow Harbor. Make a reservation today at 522-3343. Discover special packages at bowharborhotels.com. 21-19, Atlantic City with the ball. They throw it away to start the second quarter.
And I think, Brian, right there, 2 officials missed. That one off Caleb Fields. back as it went out of bounds, but everybody was kind of assuming and looking away. Wildwood Catholic fortunate right there. Atlantic City's third turnover.
Charles Fields into the paint. That's another air ball on a fall-away shot, which is not a good one. Here's Morgan down the lane, stripped. And Legler has it. Bounces up to Charles Fields, back to Legler. Catholic by 2, early stages, second quarter. Legler to the basket, and that's a jump ball. Great defense. Down there by Nazim Moorderi. Catholic will have possession.
Yeah, and that time, Derry just, as you said, his athleticism came through. Wildwood Catholic's really having a hard time getting the ball inbounds against this Atlantic City defense.
Legler goes to Smith. Baseline drive to the basket, no good. Rebound brought down by Atlantic City. Pushing is Akins. Akins to Moorderi. And calling for traveling. Atlantic City, I think, thought they were getting an and one there.
Yeah, Coach Gene Allen not too happy with that call. As you said, they thought they were getting an advantage.
Here's a near steal. Ball was knocked out of bounds by AC. Wildwood Catholic will inbound right in front of legendary clock keeper John Bugs Hinkey.
And scorekeeper Jim Malinowski. The two have been, I think they've been a couple longer than most married.
Ask Jim Malinowski about the new pencils he's using. Hope you have all night. Trey Smith for 3, no good. Rebound, Charles Fields. Oh, the layup wouldn't go. And Atlantic City with the basketball. Pushing is Akins. Akins kicks to Cologne. Deep 3 is short. Rebound tracked down by Moorderi. Scoops in the lane, and the layup is good. We're tied at 21. One thing I'm noticing at this game, buddy, is that Atlantic City seems to be having an easier time scoring than Wildwood Catholic, even though the game's tied, if that makes any sense. Here's Legler to the basket. No good, but a foul. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Well, Atlantic City is scoring more in transition and more on the break. So they're getting more advantages. They're doing a much better job of pushing the ball down the floor. Therefore, yes, they are getting easier baskets. What Wildwood Catholic is forced to do is get more into their half-court sets and literally have to grind it out. And thankfully for the Crusaders, they've been able to knock down that 3 ball here so far in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Well, I think, your point, buddy, is that when you get 2 good teams playing, anytime you're able to get easy baskets, it's such an advantage, which AC has been able to do a little bit more than Catholic. Here's Cologne holding in between the 2 circles. Hands off to Akins. Akins lost it. And Wildwood Catholic will have it.
And that time, David Akins just out of control with a windmill dribble down the middle of the lane. Good help side defense by Wildwood Catholic and Coach Gene Allen. He's seen enough. He gets Akins out of the game.
Miles Marshall into the game for the first time for Atlantic City. Jaleel White and Taj Sweet in the game for Catholic. So they have 2 freshmen on the floor. Here's Caleb Fields, goes to Chuck Fields, down the lane, and he's fouled.
And they're going to get Miles Marshall on the block. It's going to be his first, team's 5th. Fields will go to the line to shoot 2.
Wildwood Catholic leads at 22-21.
That's one thing, Miles Marshall gets caught there. He was not there in time. He was late. And when you're wearing pink sneaks, they kind of stick out, so you better be moving your feet.
Sure. Fields missed the first foul shot. Second one is also no good. Rebound brought down by Bethea.
Wildwood Catholic.
Bethea pushing. Bethea in the lane. Shot up was blocked by Thweet. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Moorderi. Takes it to the foul line area. Now Wildwood Catholic looks like they're a little mixed up on defensive assignments. Now the ball got knocked away, and Moore Derry ended up stepping on the sideline while trying to retrieve the loose ball.
And Brian, that's the 5th turnover against Atlantic City in this quarter. They turned it over 2 times in the first period, and in we haven't played 3 minutes yet, 5:18 to go. They've turned it over 5 times, and that is what's kept Wildwood Catholic able to hold on to their lead.
Legler between the circles. Goes to White. White to Caleb Fields on the left wing. Steps in, 18-footer, got it. Nice, both feet on the line.
Yep, but nice little move that time. And that shows you Caleb Fields wasn't worried about where that three-point line was. He just took a good shot.
Good defense by Jaleel White, forces the turnover. David Akins dribbles the ball into the backcourt and out of bounds.
And right now, that time, and as you just called it, the freshman, another freshman that gets considerable time for the Crusaders, Jaleel White did a great job defensively out front with pressure on the ball to force that turnover.
Catholic by 3, 24-21, 4:40 to go first half. Caleb Fields down the lane, left-handed shot, no good. Got his own rebound, had it knocked away. Here comes Bethea, and he is fouled by Jaleel White.
But I'll tell you, that time, Caleb Fields did a good job with that dribble penetration, tried to go up with his left hand. But Brian, that backside defense, that help defense stepped up and left Thweet all alone under the basket. If Fields would have been able to find Taz Thweet, he would have had an easy layup.
They get it into Morgan, no good. Rebound, well, Thweet had it. They took it right out of his hands. Here's Bethea, shot blocked out of bounds. No, not out of bounds. Catholic saved it, but AC retrieves it. And here's Cologne. Wanye Cologne holds, hands off to Ray Bethea. To the basket, and the layup is good.
Boy, Bethea, a 6'5" junior. He's a big-time player. One of the best in South Jersey. Man, did he show some extension to get that ball up and off the glass.
Oh, Legler picked up his dribble in a bad spot, but was able to get it to Caleb Fields. On the left wing, stops, pops from 17, that's short. I think he was expecting a foul that didn't come. Morgan lobs it to Bethea, and the layup is good. Timeout, Wildwood Catholic. AC back on top, 25-24. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
And it was...
All right, bring it right back quickly because there wasn't a timeout. Atlantic City on top, 25-24. Here's Legler down the lane for the Crusaders. Got it in a foul.
And on that non-timeout, I don't know if Coach DeWeese drew that up real quick, but that was just what Wildwood Catholic needed to settle themselves down.
Yeah, the officials blew the whistle and called timeout. And I think they thought that Coach Dave DeWeese had called timeout, but he did not. So they brought the players right back onto the floor. And Legler got into the lane and quickly regave his team the lead. And he'll go to the line to try to complete a three-point play.
And Nasir Morgan, he picks up his second personal foul, sixth team foul against the Vikings.
Legler's free throw is good. He has 9 points to lead Wildwood Catholic. Here's Moore Derry working against Trey Smith. Takes the ball to the corner. Got it back up high to Marshall. Over to Bethea for three. Got it. Ray Bethea knocks down a three. And he's starting to heat up. He's got 7 points in this period. and 11 for the game. Legler holding, backdoor pass, got it to Thweet, and he is fouled.
It was an interesting play there by Wildwood Catholic. I'm not sure if that was designed for Trey Smith or Thweet. They were both in the same spot, but nonetheless, Wildwood Catholic will take it.
First free throw by the freshman is good. He's got 3 points.
That last foul was on number 40, Kai Dixon, for Atlantic City. His first, team 7th.
Second free throw's in and out. Rebound to AC. Here's Bethea. Bethea stops, pops from 17, off the iron, no good. Thweet the rebound for the Wildwood Catholic. Legler has it. Up across the division line. Hands off to Smith. Smith back to Legler. Legler for 3. Off the iron, no good. Capasoli follows, no good. Rebound is taken by Catholic, but they're going to say that Caleb Fields, while trying to save the ball inbounds, made contact with one of the beams here at Wildwood Catholic, this old-style gymnasium on the AC bench. And that's out of bounds.
28-28, 2:27 to play here in the first half.
And if you've never been in this gym, this is the Fenway Park of high school basketball gyms, with all the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, it's not the big green monster, it's the big blue monsters.
Bethea for Atlantic City to Moore Derry. Dishes off, Montague lays it up and in. Zion Montague's first field goal, and AC's up 30-28.
Good look at time by Raymond Bethea.
2 minutes to go in the period. Trey Smith shovels off the Thweet, was wide open, didn't have his hands ready, and dropped it, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely. That time the freshman was not expecting the senior to give the ball up. And, you know, you have to be prepared. You got to be ready in that situation. And, again, that's just a Wildwood Catholic turnover. Atlantic City with a chance.
Moore Derry passes, and it's tipped out of bounds by Wildwood Catholic.
Derry looking for a little help there from the official. Thought he got pushed a little bit.
Pass in the corner, and that would have an illegal screen called. Legal screen called on Atlantic City. That goes against Kai Dixon, who had just checked into the game.
And he's picked up 2 quick fouls. That's the 8th team foul against Atlantic City. Dixon's second.
Inbound pass tipped away. Wildwood Catholic retrieves it.
Wildwood Catholic's having all kinds of trouble getting the ball in against this Atlantic City pressure.
Legler on the right wing. Legler tees up a 3. Bang!
Boy, and he had Bethea in his face, but he had enough space to knock it down.
Legler with 12 in the game. 31-30 Wildwood Catholic. Shot up by AC, no good. Rebound. Battled for, we have a foul. Montague came away with it, and I believe they're going to get Legler for reaching in.
And that's who they're going to call it on. Ryan Legler, the senior, picks up his first, team 6th. 1:07 to go, first half. 31-30, Wildwood Catholic on top.
Cologne with it, inside a minute to go. Losing the basketball is Moore Derry. He's able to pick it back up. Got it to Bethea, and he is fouled. That's going to send Bethea to the line for a 1-and-1.
That foul is going to be called on Caleb Fields. That's going to be his first. And as Brian just said, team's 7th, sending Raymond Bethea, the 6'5 junior, to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Free throw is good.
Atlantic City now 4 of 6 from the charity stripe.
That's free throws in and out. And Catholic has it. Here's Legler. Goes over to Caleb Fields. Fakes a three. Down the lane. Short jumper. No good. Tipped up and in by Capozzoli.
(33-31), Catholic on top. 20 seconds to go, first half. Ball batted around. Catholic comes up with the steal.
Here's Charles Fields. Oh, and he falls down while dribbling, while trying to cut. And Charles Fields, buddy, is just trying to do way too much. He's had a couple of turnovers and a couple of really poor shot selections.
And that's the 9th turnover against Wildwood Catholic in the first half. They've turned it over 9 times, as has Atlantic City. 33-31, 10 seconds to play. Vikings ball.
Here comes Bethea. 6 seconds. Kicks across the Cologne. A deep three off the iron, no good. Rebound, Caleb Fields, and that'll do it for the half. After 1 half of play, it's Wildwood Catholic 33, Atlantic City 31. Back with the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast. Hey, 4 minutes. City. Shop their variety of fudge, candy, chocolates, and saltwater taffy. Also check out their large assortment of sugar-free selections. Atlantic City will have the basketball. If you're watching Matt Ulmer's video, they are wearing the dark uniforms, moving from left to right across your computer screen, your iPhone, or whatever device Matt Ulmer is pushing these days that he probably has 5 of, and we all wish we had one.
I heard he came out with the
Here's a
microwave
three-pointer
television.
on the way, and it's knocked down by Nazim Moore Derry, and Atlantic City goes right on top by 1 to start the second half.
And AC comes, as Brian said, they don't waste much time. They get in their half-court set, move the ball around.
Trey Smith tried a backdoor pass, tipped out of bounds by Wanye Cologne, and Wildwood Catholic will inbound. Ryan Legler, who led the Crusaders with 12 points in the first quarter, will trigger the inbound pass.
You got a leaper like Thweet going down that left baseline. A lob would have looked pretty right there.
They get it to Thweet, jumper in the lane, rattles in and out. The rebound's brought down by Morgan. Morgan got it ahead to Bethea, layup is good. And we have an injury here. Nazim Moore Derry went to the official right as Bethea was laying that ball in and said, I need a stoppage. And he's got to come out of the game. And checking in is Miles Marshall. And Atlantic City off quickly. They get the first 5 points of the second half, and they lead at 36-33. Legler hands off to Trey Smith. Got it to Charles Fields. Back to Smith for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound battle for. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession to Wildwood Catholic.
And the freshman, Taj Thweet, he caused that jump ball, going hard for the offensive rebound.
Catholic with the basketball. Legler lobs to Thweet in the post. And we have a foul called on Flash Morgan.
And that is going to be his third personal foul, Brian, on the 6'4 junior. First team foul here in the second half.
Oh, what a pass from Trey Smith to Charles Fields. He lays in. Smith from the wing found Chuck Fields diving to the basket, wide open. Driving is Akins for AC, no good. Rebound to Caleb Fields. Bounces to his brother Chuck in the corner. Back to Legler. Legler top of the key, bowling his way into the lane, and he is fouled. And he'll get 2 shots.
A good aggressive move that time by Ryan Legler. Driving down the right side of that lane. He was not going to be denied. Draws that foul on number 11 for the Vikings, Miles Marshall. That's his second, team second. Legler gets that friendly roll on his first free throw attempt, knocks it down. We're now tied at 36, 6:40 to play, third quarter. It's Wildwood Catholic in Atlantic City. High school basketball, 98.7 The Coast and 98.7thecoast.com.
Legler makes both foul shots, so Catholic's back up 1, 37-36. Lobbed in the high post, Bethea. Shot might have been partially blocked by Thweet. The long rebound, though, comes out to Moore Derry, and he knocks down a 15-foot jumper. And now we're on the seesaw as AC takes another 1-point lead. Here's Trey Smith in front of the Wildwood Catholic bench. Back to Legler. Swung in the corner to Smith. Baseline drive. Kicks to Legler. Straight on 3. Bang!
I'll tell you, a great look by Trey Smith. And now Ryan Legler, he's starting to feel it. That's his third 3.
Atlantic City wants a timeout. 5:59 to go, third quarter. 40-38 Wildwood Catholic. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Just a 30 here. Back at Wildwood Catholic, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, 40-38. The Crusaders are on top. Atlantic City with the ball. Inside 6 minutes to go, third quarter. In the corner, Cologne, a long two. That's an air ball. The rebound will go off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds.
And that is the right call. That time, it was, Caleb Fields knocked it out of bounds.
Bethea is fouled by Thweet right off the inbound. Hold the line for 2 shots. That's going to be Taj Thweet's third foul. Try saying Thweet's third 3 times fast, buddy, let alone 5.
Even Taj Thweet third. It's going to be a fun name for 4 years.
Listen, you have a hard enough time saying one thing correctly.
Absolutely.
First free throw by Bethea is good. He has 15 for the game.
And as Brian said, Taj Thweet picks up his third first team foul.
Second free throw is no good, but the rebound comes out to Atlantic City. Bethea, jump hook in the lane, short. And the rebound's brought down by Caleb Fields. Got it to Charles Fields, swung to Legler. Legler backs up for 3. Off the iron, no good. Thweet, the weak side rebound, he lost it. Out of bounds.
Wow, and that one corner is not happy. Right in front of the Wildwood Catholic faithful.
Well, the fact is, an AC player got his hand in there, but the ball went off of Thweet's thigh and out of bounds. It was a good call by the official. Jump hook in the lane by David Akins. That's his first basket of the game for Atlantic City. They're back up 41-40. Trey Smith with it for Wildwood Catholic. Goes to Charles Fields. Back to Smith. Smith to Caleb Fields on the wing. Tees up a 3. Bang!
And a good execution that time by Wildwood Catholic. Popping Fields free off a good screen. Catches and shoots. Catholic back up 2, 43-41. 4:42 to go, third quarter.
Wanye Cologne with it. Bounces out high to David Akins. Akins driving baseline. Bothered, but then flips it out to Bethea. Bethea down the lane. That's a blocking foul. No, they call an offensive foul. And that's a big call because that would have been Thweet's 4th.
And they're going to get Raymond Bethea. That's going to be his second, team's third here in the second half. And that was a big call.
Caleb Fields, foul line area, jumper, no good. Rebound Bethea. Bethea running. Bethea into the lane, got it in the foul.
And they're going to call that foul on number 21, Caleb Fields. It's going to be his second. And as Brian said, Bethea scores the goals. Now he goes to the line to try and finish that three-point play the old-fashioned way. And he does.
And now it's Atlantic City by 1, 44-43. Caleb Fields across the division line. Hands off to Trey Smith. Smith to a cutting Charles Fields. Jump hook is short. Rebound Thweet. No good, but a foul.
Now, I'll tell you what, Brian, you got to give Coach Dave DeWeese some credit here, as much as you have to give it to Taj Thweet, because he's staying out there with 3 fouls, and he's right in the mix of a lot of plays.
Well, one of the things that you notice, buddy, is he's got really, really long arms. First free throw's no good. And he snatched that rebound out of the air, and it looked like an Atlantic City player had that rebound easily, and Thweet just went up and pulled it out of the sky. He misses both free throws, though. Wildwood Catholic struggling from the line tonight. Here's Akins into the lane. Floater is good. And he went around Trey Smith like Trey Smith was a turnstile. Here's Legler with it. Legler steps in, goes back to Caleb Fields, top of the key. Atlantic City by 3. Caleb Fields down the lane. We're going to have a traveling violation.
And that's the second turnover against Wildwood Catholic here in the second half. 11th for the game. Atlantic City with an opportunity to open up their biggest lead of the game. It's 46-43, the Vikings on top, 3:20 to go. Third quarter.
Akins along the end line. Brings it back out to the left wing, still holding the dribble, spinning against Todd Thweet, and that's just not a good play there by Akins. Thweet blocked that easily. Trey Smith picks up the loose ball, and he is fouled.
And that's going to be the 5th team foul, Brian, against Atlantic City. And that foul a couple of plays ago on Raymond Bethea, that was his third. And now Miles Marshall picks up his third.
Catholic with the basketball. Trailing by 3. Legler with the ball, hands off to Fields. Fields on the wing, dips in, back to Legler in the corner, right in front of our broadcast location. To Smith, Smith straight away 3, in and out. Rebound, Matt Capizoli, jump hook is short, and the rebound is taken by Atlantic City. Here's Cologne down the lane, off the glass, and good. And Atlantic City has its largest lead of the game at 5, at 48-43, 2:30 to go third quarter.
Now Wildwood Catholic needs to settle down and get a good shot right here.
Oh, and here's a steal by Akins. Passes off, and the layup is good.
And Atlantic City on a 9-0 run. They capped off a 9-0 run.
Timeout on the floor. AC 50, Wildwood Catholic 43. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Just a 30. Game over.
AC go back to sleep.
All right, back at Wildwood Catholic, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot here on 98.7 The Coast. AC goes on a 9-0 run. They lead it 50-43. 2:20 to go third quarter. High school basketball on the Coast brought to you by the Bow Harbor Hotels. It's never too early to plan your summer vacation at Bow Harbor Hotels in Wildwood Crest. Make your reservation today, 609-522-3343. Discover special packages at bowharborhotels.com. And here's a tipped ball out of bounds off the inbound by Atlantic City.
Every time Wildwood Catholic has had to inbound the ball and go to the length of the floor against Atlantic City's pressure, they've had difficulties, Brian, getting the ball in. And the majority of the time, they end up getting it to a guy they don't want to be the ball handler.
Right. Here's Legler. Goes over to Charles Fields. To the basket. Off the glass and good. Big bucket there for Charles Fields and Wildwood Catholic. Stopping a 9-0 run by Atlantic City. David Akins, who has 4 points in this period, been a spark off the bench with the ball. Now it's Morgan. Stolen away. Caleb Fields to the basket. Rejected by Morgan. And then the rebound goes off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds.
Wow, that is a tough break right there. That, and Coach DeWeese is telling Caleb Fields, you got to come to a jump stop. There's no way you can come away with no points or at least getting fouled on that type of an opportunity. Credit to Atlantic City and a great job defensively.
Here's Cologne. Goes to Moore Derry. Down low, dipping in, off the glass, and good is Miles Marshall. And some of these other players from AC are starting to have an effect, buddy. They got 24 of their 31 points from 2 players, and now some of their role players are starting to get active. And it's AC by 7 again at 52-45. We have a foul on Atlantic City. And with 1:19 to go in the third quarter, Wildwood Catholic now on the next foul is in the bonus.
And that foul was called on David Akins, his first, team sixth.
Capozzoli with it, and he is fouled. And Matt Capozzoli will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1.
And that was not a good foul by Nasir Morgan. That is his fourth foul. He picks that foul up 35, almost 40 feet from the basket on a reach. Two things happen. He picks up his fourth, and he sends Capozzoli to the line for a 1-and-1. Seventh team foul against Atlantic City.
Free throw is good. This is Matt Capozzoli's first trip to the line.
Which is, Brian, something we talk about. Obviously, when you're trailing, the best way to catch up is to put points on the board when the clock's not running, and that's by getting to the foul line. And the Crusaders will be going to the line for the rest of this game.
Second free throw is short.
But you need to make them.
Wildwood Catholic has had 7 sets of 2-shot free throws. They've only made both once. Here's AC with the basketball. They kick it out to Cologne. Down the lane, passes across, stolen away by Trey Smith. AC by 6. Catholic with the ball, 43 seconds to go in the quarter. Legler with it.
35 seconds to go, third quarter.
Hands off to Caleb Fields, down the lane, stripped. Cologne running. Cologne gets it out to Marshall.
Possession arrow in Atlantic City's favor to start the fourth.
Cologne down low, kicked out. Faked on the 3 was Derry. Dips in and lays it off the glass and good.
Was that a tough shot?
12 seconds to go in the period. Legler with it. Legler goes to Charles Fields. Caleb Fields for 3, in and out as the buzzer sounds. And at the end of 3 quarters, a third quarter dominated by Atlantic City. The Vikings lead at 54-46. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Miles Marshall.
Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them guys you don't worry about.
Glad we didn't put him on. Here on 98.7 The Coast. Atlantic City outscores Wildwood Catholic 23-13 in that period, and they lead at 54-46 as we head to the fourth quarter. High school basketball on the Coast brought to you by Edward Jones. Jacqueline Fury at 3201 Pacific Avenue, Suite 1 in Wildwood. Stop on in and say hi to Jackie Money. Let her help you with all of your investing needs. Quitsita, good luck to all of the players in tonight's game from the Greater Wildwoods Tourism Improvement and Development Authority. Atlantic City with the ball, leading by 8 as we start this fourth quarter.
And obviously, Brian, the first 2 minutes are going to be very, very important for Wildwood Catholic if they want to get back into this game. On the other hand, Atlantic City just continues to do what they need to do.
We have a foul along the end line on Wildwood Catholic. And Atlantic City will inbound.
And that
7:48 to go in the game.
That foul's going to be on the 6'3 junior, Matt Capozzoli. His first, team's third. So Wildwood Catholic's got some fouls to give to be a little more aggressive defensively, which is what they're going to have to do.
Atlantic City passing it around the perimeter against this Wildwood Catholic matchup zone. High post pass to Bethea. Kicks it back out to Derry. Now it's Cologne. To Bethea in the lane. Jump hook, got it.
Tough shot there by the junior. Just took the ball right to Taz Thweet, the freshman.
There's a pass tipped and stolen away. And Atlantic City starting to smell blood now, buddy. up 10 with 7 minutes to go.
And this is what the Atlantic City Vikings do well. They get you to that double-digit deficit, and then they keep their foot on the throttle.
One thing you see with Atlantic City, buddy, every once in a while in transition, you'll see a wild shot. This team, when they run their half-court sets, they generally take very good shots. Here's a steal, though, as an Atlantic City player is stripped in the lane. And now Legler has it. Wildwood Catholic in desperate need of a bucket here. Charles Fields down the lane, finger roll no good. Taj Sweet the rebound. His putback is good. Bethea down the lane, backs away. Goes to Cologne. Cologne kicks out. Now it's Akins. Left side. Akins against Matt Capozzoli as Wildwood Catholic has switched to man-to-man. Akins down the lane, shut off, goes to Cologne. Cologne down the right side of the lane, kicks. Moore Derry short on a jumper. Rebound is kept alive by Marshall, and Atlantic City will reset. Cologne for three, off the iron, no good. Charles Fields the rebound. Got it to Capozzoli. Over to Legler. Legler drives, shut off, bounces to a cutting Charles Fields. The layup is good.
Good look that time by Ryan Legler as he finds his teammate. Wildwood Catholic now down 6. 56-50, 5:10 to play in the game.
Moore Derry holding the dribble. Drives to the basket, off the rim, no good. Rebound Capozzoli, and he lost it out of bounds. Atlantic City is going to call timeout. 4:59 to go, fourth quarter. Vikings 56, Wildwood Catholic 50. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Team pulled it out way too early. Way too early. Back on the bench. If I was the ref, I would throw all those guys out. I would throw them all out. This guy's got no balls right here.
Back at Wildwood Catholic, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, 56-50. Atlantic City on top of Wildwood Catholic. 4:59 to go, fourth quarter. High school basketball on the coast. Brought to you by Reef Family Pharmacy, a full-service pharmacy located at 804 Route 9 South in Cape May Courthouse. They've been serving the local community since 2009. Their two pharmacists have a combined 47 years of experience. Atlantic City with the ball, leading by 6. Shot is rejected by Thweet, but the rebound comes all the way out to Atlantic City. Here's Bethea working against Caleb Fields. Bethea driving down the lane, jump hook, no good, but a foul. And Ray Bethea will go to the line for 2 shots.
They're going to call that foul on Charles Fields. That's going to be his third, team's fourth. And as Brian said, the junior for the Vikings at the line shooting 2, Ray Bethea.
Bethea's got 21 in the game and make it 22. And Wanye Cologne comes back in for Atlantic City. Legler to inbound. Having trouble, it's a 5-second violation.
I've been saying it the whole game, Brian, and at one point, you know it was going to come back to get him. They're just having all kinds of trouble getting the ball in against that full court pressure.
AC by 8, they have the basketball. 4:35 to go in the game. Bethea, he kicked it off his own leg while dribbling, and it goes out of bounds. Inbounding is Caleb Fields. Finally got it to his brother Charles, and now we have a foul. And Charles Fields will walk down and shoot a 1-and-1. .433 to go, 58-50. AC on top.
Miles Marshall, he picks up his 4th.
Free throw is no good. Violation, though, has been called on Atlantic City. So the 1-and-1 will be restarted here.
Wildwood Catholic's just having an awful night at the foul line.
They are 8 for 16 after that make. And that was a gift right there. The missed front end of the 1-and-1, and Atlantic City violated by going in early. Second free throw is no good. Rebound Atlantic City. Bethea. And they're running well. Rejected on the backside by Charles Fields. Took away a layup. Now he goes to the basket, lays it off the three, and the layup is good.
Wildwood Catholic to within 5. 4:08 to play in the game. 58-53, Atlantic City on top.
Aikens with it right side. Holding it against Trey Smith. Flips it across to Marshall. High post pass Bethea. Bethea dips in. Got it in a foul.
What a tough shot again by Raymond Bethea. He gets the ball down there on that left block in that spot.
He has all 6 of Atlantic City's points in this period. He's got 23 for the game. And the free throw is good.
Caleb Fields, Brian, picks up his 4th personal.
Now we have a foul called on Atlantic City on the inbound. Wildwood Catholic will walk down and shoot another 1-and-1.
And that foul is going to be called on Nazim Derry. His 2nd, team's 9th. So with 3:54 left in the game, Wildwood Catholic will be shooting 2 free throws after this. Legler at the line with a 1-and-1. His team trails 61-53.
Legler's the only Crusader who has shot free throws well tonight. He's 4 for 5 from the line. That one is good. And he'll get another. 61-54, 3:54 to go in the game. And the second free throw by Legler is also good. So now it's a 6-point game again. Atlantic City with it. Here's a pass stolen. Charles Fields will lay it in. Charles Fields with 2 huge plays in this last minute or so. He had the one block on what looked like a wide open layup that led to a basket, and now a steal and a basket. And now Bethea is fouled by Taj Sweet. That's only the 6th team foul, so Atlantic City will inbound.
That's going to be the 4th personal foul on Taj Sweet. And Coach DeWeese will quickly sub him out and put the junior, Matt Capizzoli, back in.
61-57, AC on top. They have the ball, 3.5 to go in the game. Cologne back to Aikens. Aikens down the right side, holds the dribble, lobs it back out to Cologne. Wildwood Catholic's in its matchup zone. They're going to have to switch back to man. But still staying in the zone, and AC is just lobbing the ball around the perimeter, really. Here's Akins. Goes back out to Cologne. Inside 3 minutes to go. Akins left side now. Bethea in the corner. Flips it out to Cologne. Cologne on the right side. Goes to Akins on the left side. Steps in. And now backs away. Lobs it over to Cologne. Now it's Akins again.
Atlantic City's taking almost a minute off the clock. 2:30 to go in the game right now. 61-57.
At some point, Wildwood Catholic's got to match up here. And here's a foul on Trey Smith. Reaching in from behind. And that's going to send
Trey Smith thought he got all ball.
Yeah, I believe it's David Akins to the line for a 1-and-1.
2:28 to play in the game. 61-57, Atlantic City on top. And as Brian just says, the 6'1 junior, David Akins, going to the line for the Vikings to shoot a 1-and-1. Trey Smith picks up his second personal foul.
Free throw's no good. Rebound to Thweet. Wildwood Catholic can further cut into this lead. They trail by 4. Charles Fields to the basket. Layup's no good. And the rebound brought down by Atlantic City. Passing ahead. And now it's Derry backing it away. Bethea down the lane. Off the glass. No good. And Thweet certainly bothered him on that shot and made him change it.
Absolutely.
Here's Wildwood Catholic. Trey Smith for 3. Off the iron, no good. That's a man's rebound in there by Flash Morgan for Atlantic City. AC by 4, 1:50 to go. Here's Cologne with it. Cologne is fouled, and he is not the guy you want to foul.
Charles Fields picks up his first personal. It's going to be the 8th team foul. And as Brian had said, Cologne will go to the line now, shooting a 1-and-1. 61-57.
Oh, Cologne missed it. Normally a dead-eye free throw shooter. Opens the door for Catholic, down 4 with 1:40 to go. Trey Smith with it. Driving to the basket. Layup is good. Timeout Wildwood Catholic. 61-59. 1:35 to go in the game. We are going to keep it right here. High school basketball on the coast, brought to you by Ocean First Bank. When you want to stay on top of your game, choose Ocean First Bank, the bank that puts you first. They're proud to be part of the community. Glick's Corner Cafe and Deli, family affordable pricing. $5 hoagies on Tuesdays and Fridays. Authentic New York style pizza. Good food fast, certainly not fast food. They're on Indian Trail Road and Route 9 in Cape May Courthouse, 465-6. The signature line about Glick's Corner Cafe. Never trust a skinny cook.
And Brian, Wildwood Catholic cutting that lead to 2, 61-59, after trailing by as many as 10. And Coach DeWeese picking his spots to put Taz Thweet back in the game. Thweet has quietly collected a game-high 11 rebounds. And he's had 4 rebounds here in this fourth quarter, let alone the amount of shots that he has altered
or blocked. All right, here's Atlantic City with the ball. 1.5 minutes to go. They lead by 2. Here's Akins, center of the floor. Goes in the corner to Morgan. Morgan back out to Cologne. Cologne to Derry. 1:15 to go. Derry holding. Gets around a screen to the basket. No good, but a foul. And Nazim Derry will go to the line for 2 shots.
They're going to call that foul, number 23, Charles Fields. The 6'1 junior picks up his second, team's 9th. Now both teams with 9 team fouls, so we'll be shooting
if you're Wildwood Catholic here, buddy, with the personnel they have on the floor, well, it doesn't matter. They're going to take Matthews out of the game. Thweet's going to go down low. I was about to say Markel Matthews was in a low position to rebound. That first shot was missed by Derry, so no matter what happens here, it's a 1-possession game. Oh, second free throw is no good. Rebound to Wildwood Catholic. They can tie it or take the lead with a three. Here's Legler. Hands off to Caleb Fields. Caleb Fields holding in between the circles. Driving, stripped. Going to the basket is Akins. His layup is good. What a play by David Akins. AC by 4. Here's Trey Smith. Stops, pops for 3. That's short. Long rebound to Caleb Fields. Drives, shot up is short. Rebound taken by, we have a foul. And Caleb Fields, it looks like, will go to the line for 2 shots.
36.4 seconds to go. Coach Gene Allen for Atlantic City not happy with that call. Nazim Derry picks up his 3rd, team's 10th.
First free throw by Caleb Fields is good.
Gets the friendly roll.
63-60, 36 seconds to go. Second free throw is good. Caleb Fields with 10 in the game. 33 seconds to go. Atlantic City by 2. Here's Cologne. Lobs it out, or Cologne has it again. Back to Akins. Akins is fouled by Trey Smith. That'll send Akins to the line for 2 shots.
Akins 0 for 1 from the line. Trey Smith picks up his 3rd.
Akins has given Atlantic City some good minutes off the bench, though, especially in the second half. He's got all 6 of his points in this half. But as Buddy said, he has missed his only free throw attempt earlier in this quarter. That one's good. Shot it confidently.
Yes, he
and
did.
This one here would make it a 2-possession game.
(64-61).
And it's good. Timeout Atlantic City. 24 seconds to go. 65-61. Atlantic City on top. We'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. And
Atlantic City's been to the foul line 9 times in the 4th quarter. They are now 5 of 9. They were 3 of 7 prior to Akins stepping to the line right there. And as Brian described, very confident as he knocked down both of his free throws, putting his team back up 4. 24 seconds to play. Both teams are in the double bonus.
Catholic was down by 10 earlier in the quarter. They cut the lead to 2 and had the ball, and Akins made a huge steal and went the length and laid it in. And now Catholic has been left chasing the game here over the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 2.5 minutes or so. 65-61. Catholic to inbound. Here's Caleb Fields. He's got to go quickly. They get it to Smith. Smith fires a 3. Short. Rebound Atlantic City. And fouled is Flash Morgan, and that's going to about do it with 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, Morgan went up high, came down with that defensive rebound. I don't necessarily know if that was Wildwood Catholic down 4. It's going to be a 2-possession game offensively. Not necessarily needing
especially
a 3-point shot with a defender all over you.
With 2 timeouts left, down 4, Catholic would have been better off going and trying to get something going toward the basket.
Draw a foul, get to the line, stop the clock, put points on the board that way. Not a fadeaway, fall away 3-pointer with a defender in your face.
Morgan makes the first free throw. He's 2 for 3 at the line. He has 6 points in the game.
(66-61). The Vikings on top. Coach Gene Allen barking instructions to his guys.
Morgan makes the second. And it's a 6-point game. Here comes Legler. Down the lane. Layup is good. Timeout Wildwood Catholic. And now, it's 67-63. In that instance, buddy, I thought Legler could have pulled up at the top of the key there and had an open three. When you're talking about a 6-point game with 11 seconds left, I don't know how much that basket helps you. And obviously it's better than a miss, but I thought Legler really drove hard and the defender kind of backed off, and he could have stopped at the top of the key and raised up for three, and he's hit a few threes tonight.
Well, Ryan, he's 3 of 5, and he's made his last 2.
Right.
In the third quarter. He hasn't attempted a 3 yet here in the fourth, but that's a good point.
Yeah, because
now Catholic has got
you're talking about
one option.
You're talking about miracle time here. 6.6 seconds to go, and they trail by 4.
A 5-second call or a very quick turnover.
They get it in the Cologne. He's fouled immediately, and these are the little signs of well-coached teams, buddy, and that is the fact that the inbounder Bethea, all he did was look to get the ball to Cologne, who is their best shooter. And he'll walk down and shoot the 2 free throws.
And how's that possible? It's because Atlantic City set a series of screens to make sure Cologne was open coming to the ball.
Makes the first. Cologne's been kind of quiet offensively in the second half. He had 12 at halftime. Right now he's got 15. And the second free throw is good. Trey Smith driving to the basket. Layup is good. Wildwood Catholic calls a timeout with 1.3 seconds to go, but they trail by 4. Trey Smith in double figures now with 11. But it looks like Atlantic City's going to come down to a very difficult place to play. And barring something really crazy here that, this is the type of thing that if Wildwood Catholic were to come back and force overtime, Matt Ulmer will be telling everybody all over town how he got another video on SportsCenter. Because that's about the only thing that's going to happen here. It'd be miraculous. 69-65 with 1.3 seconds to go in the game. And Atlantic City with the ball.
Yeah, right now the options, are very limited for Wildwood Catholic. Best case scenario, they need to get a 5-second call, denying Atlantic City the ability to inbound the ball, and then score very quickly.
They get it in the Cologne, and he is fouled.
And Ryan Legler is the guilty party. He picks up his third. And Cologne will walk the length of the floor to shoot a pair. 0.4 seconds left, 69-65. Atlantic City on top. Wildwood Catholic had a 2-point lead at halftime, but then saw the Vikings come out and really get at it in that third quarter, outscoring Wildwood Catholic 23-13. And really, the Vikings have not had to look back since.
Cologne makes both, and that'll do it. Catholic inbounds it, and the final score is 71-65. Atlantic City wins it. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back right after this on 98.7 The Coast. Hey, give us 1 minute. 1 minute.